The power of obedience. Good morning. Today we're talking about something simple but incredibly powerful: obedience. It's not flashy, it's not always exciting, but it is one of the most life-changing principles in the entire Bible. Because here's the truth: your direction in life is shaped more by your obedience than your intentions. 1. Obedience matters more than sacrifice. In 1 Samuel 15:22, the prophet Samuel said, "To obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fat of rams." King Saul thought he could partially obey God and make up for it with sacrifice, but God wasn't impressed. Why? Because God doesn't want just outward actions, He wants a heart that listens and responds. We can do religious things and still be disobedient. 2. Obedience shows your love for God. Jesus said in John 14:15, "If you love me, keep my commands." That's direct. Love for God is not just words, it's not just feelings. Love is proven through obedience. You don't obey to earn God's love, you obey because you already have it. 3. Obedience unlocks blessing. Deuteronomy 28:1-2 says, "If you fully obey the Lord your God, all these blessings will come on you and accompany you." Notice that obedience comes first, blessing follows. This doesn't mean life will be perfect, but it does mean this: when you walk in obedience, you are walking in alignment with God. And alignment brings favor, peace, and direction. 4. Partial obedience is still disobedience. This is where many people struggle. We obey God, but only the parts we like. We say, "I'll forgive, but not them. I'll trust God, but not with my finances. I'll follow, but only if it's comfortable." But delayed obedience, selective obedience, partial obedience is still disobedience. God is not looking for negotiation, He's looking for surrender. 5. Obedience requires faith. Hebrews 11:8 says, "By faith Abraham, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going." Think about that. God said go. Abraham didn't have the full plan. He didn't have all the answers, but he obeyed anyway. Obedience often comes before understanding. If you wait until everything makes sense, you may never move. 6. Obedience brings protection. God's commands are not meant to control you, they are meant to protect you. Psalm 119:1-5 says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." God sees what you cannot see. When He says, "Don't go there, don't do that, walk this way," it's not a restriction, it's guidance. Obedience keeps you from paths that lead to harm. 7. Small acts of obedience lead to big outcomes. Many people are waiting for a big moment, but God often works through small steps. Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." It's the small decisions: telling the truth, being kind, showing up, doing what's right when no one sees. These small acts build a life of faithfulness. 8. Jesus is our ultimate example. Philippians 2:8 says, "He humbled Himself by becoming obedient to death, even death on a cross." Jesus obeyed when it was painful, even when it cost everything. Because of His obedience, lives are changed, sins are forgiven, hope is available. Obedience is powerful because it connects you to God's greater purpose. 9. Obedience leads to freedom. This might sound backwards. People think obedience means restriction, but John 8:31-32 says, "If you hold to my teaching, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Obedience doesn't trap you, it frees you. Free from guilt, free from regret, free from destructive paths. Closing thought: the power of obedience is this: it positions your life where God can work. It may not always be easy, it may not always be comfortable, but it is always worth it. Final scripture, James 1:22 says, "Do not merely listen to the word, do what it says." It's not enough to hear, it's not enough to know. The blessing comes when you do. Closing prayer. Lord, give us hearts that are willing to obey even when it's hard. Help us trust You more than our own understanding. Strengthen us to follow Your ways daily. Let our lives reflect obedience that honors You. Amen.